Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of Doubles Battle Spot. Now, I haven't played Doubles Battle Spot in a while. I have been kind of busy for the past few weeks, so I haven't been able to do any side series at all. But if you haven't known, there is a new VGC 2018 update in the rules, and it looks like we'll be getting some kind of form of national dex. Apparently it's going to be like all Pokemon you can catch or breeds in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Basically, they just have to have the Alola symbol on them, which means that they were obtained in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So a lot of Pokemon are going to be opening up, it looks like, as we find 1261 rated player. I've never seen a rating that low, I think, before. Well, I actually had no Ashton. If you don't know my boy Ashton, actually, what he did, he tried to get to the bottom of the ladder. So I think this will be a very quick match. I'll just keep it in because, you know, why not? It's not really that exciting anyway, but we'll see here. Gonna lead Hitmonlee, Tapu Fini. This is manual rain, so we got Swampert and I guess Thunder's Fairy in the back. Yeah, like no matter what, this should be going by very, very quickly, I feel like. But yeah, so I'm using this cool Hitmonlee team. It's probably one of the most popular teams on the Doubles Battle Spot ladder right now. It's got a Misty Seed Hitmonlee. It's got Manual Rain with Rain Dance. It's actually a pretty neat team. It's very interesting on how it plays, especially since you have to bring Tapu Fini. There's no Weather Setter, which I feel like is very interesting as we see the Xurkitree Ninetales lead. Okay, against my Hitmonlee Tapu Fini. Okay, what's going on? Snow Warning is going to activate, so at least my opponent does have the right ability. If you don't, every time I go in Showdown and put a new Ninetales, it always comes out with Snow Cloak. I always forget to change the ability. We do get the Misty Terrain up as well as the Misty Seed, and I should just be able to Rain Dance. I'm going to sack Tapu Fini here because basically I really do feel like what wins the game will be my Swampert, and Swampert basically just wins. And I don't want to switch it into a Freeze Dry. I could hard switch it in right now, but again, I really just don't want to take a Freeze Dry or maybe an Energy Ball if my opponent actually goes for it. Actually, maybe I could lose to this opponent. Who knows? That's definitely possible. But Hitmonlee with a great special defense, boosted by a Misty Seed, even if it's very low HP stat. Wow, that is very, very low. We should still be able to just destroy my opponent's team, nuke it with water type attacks. Basically, my opponent doesn't have a water resist, doesn't have items either. Let's see if this Specs Fini can just put into work with the Muddy Water. Of course, Rain Dance will prevent like an Aurora Veil if my opponent does have Aurora Veil, because I never know what to expect from my opponent. My opponent's taking all the time in the world, but here we go. The Rain Dance is going to come out, so it's going to start raining on the field. Let's see, what is my opponent going to do? Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam. So that's not going to KO Hitmonlee at all, and Tapu Fini is definitely going to be able to take that. Wow, that was very weak. Thunderbolt's going to come out, so I could switch into Swampert, but I do not want to risk it. As Tapu Fini is going to go all the way down. However, I do get my free switch into Swampert, as the Beast Boost is going to activate for the Xurkitree. So could be scary, could be scary. I could have went to Thunder's Variant, but of course you don't know what these kinds of players tend to do. Could have went for a Blizzard easily. We'll go into Swampert, and I know that when I Mega Evolve I will get the Rain Boost, but I do want to just Mega Evolve Protect here. The reason I want to Mega Evolve Protect here is because I want a 2-hit KO to Ninetales with a Rock Slide. I can flinch it, and I don't want to take an Energy Ball / random Freeze Dry that could come out from my opponent. And the Rock Slide should just actually put both of these Pokemon into Earthquake range, so it's probably the safest play that I do have. And I do want to scout for like an Energy Ball right here, or you know, Freeze Dry. And of course, even if my opponent is able to get that off, as long as I hit the Rock Slide on a Ninetales, I should just be able to go into my Thunder's Fairy. And even if Hitmonlee goes down this turn, which would be worst case scenario right here, but Thunder's Fairy plus Swampert is kind of fine actually. So Swampert's just going to protect here. Let's see what my opponent's going to go for, as I do get a Rock Slide off. And oh man, I love that animation. I actually do love that animation. Wow, both of these Pokemon are actually able to hang on very easily. That was a critical hit on the Xurkitree. Freeze Dry is going to go into Swampert, as we're going to see the Thunderbolt going to go out into the Hitmonlee. We'll just be able to pick up the knockout. It is Beast Boost, but didn't pick up the knockout, which is extremely nice here. As I'll just fire off another Rock Slide here, and I think I'll just Waterfall the Ninetales and try to start picking my knockouts here. It looks like Xurkitree's not going to go for an Energy Ball, it looks like. And of course, the Ninetales is going for Freeze Dry here. So, I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. Of course, I can always flinch the Circuitry if it does have an Energy Ball, if that's the worst case scenario here. Hoping it doesn't, but we do get the Waterfall off in the Ninetales, so that's the Weather Slider gone, so I don't have to worry about Hail later in the game. And let's see if Circuitry is able to move this turn. It's has Power Whip, and it goes for the Hitmonlee. What? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that would have still blown away Swampert. It's 4 times effective. Actually, I don't know what Circuitry's base attack stat is. I'd imagine 4 times effective is able to knock out Swampert, but wow, okay. That is quite interesting. Let's see. Garchomp's gonna come out here, which is okay here. I am not really worried about Tectonic Rage. I'm more worried about... I'm not really worried about Tectonic Rage. I'd rather just go for the Earthquake here and switch into Thunderous Variant. I get to keep Hitmonlee for Fake Out Pressure and Rain Dance in the later turns. I really don't need Hitmonlee's speed in this game. So I think just going for the Earthquake safe play, especially since it looks like that Circuitry can threaten my Swampert. So, gonna want to get rid of Swampert, and Swampert should be able to live 1 Tectonic Rage from the Garchomp, which is probably the worst thing it could do here. So I will be able to get the Earthquake off. No Protects coming out. Here comes the Earthquake. This is Mega Swampert, boys. Let's see. It should do about 45. Oh, wow. That did a lot more to Garchomp. That has to be a crit. Yeah, that's a crit. So, looks like it would have done a little bit over 50. Let's see what the Garchomp's going to go for. It looks like it is the Z move. Gonna be the Draconium Z, actually, or Dragonium Z, or however you pronounce it. I think it's Draconium. Is it? I don't know. But it's gonna be... What is this? Oh, maybe this can actually knock me out. Devastating Drake. I mean, sure, it's powerful if it's Outrage. So let's see if it can actually pick up the knockout on the Swampert. I know that was extremely weak. What kind of Dragium Z are you? What kind of Dragium Z? What kind of move did you use that on? Okay, so Swampert basically took nothing. I mean, that was 0 damage. I'm guessing this Garchomp. I don't know. What is that? Seriously, what move is that? Is that like Sand Tomb? That looks like regular Earthquake damage to me. That looks like regular spread Earthquake damage to me. I don't know. Let's see what my opponent's gonna bring out. To be honest, this game's pretty much over. Mimikyu is gonna be my opponent's last Pokemon. Yet I should have Z move on Thundurus, right? Yeah, and I have Z move on Thundurus. I'll just go for the Gigavolt Havoc in the Mimikyu and Earthquake because it'll be able to knock out Garchomp as well. Break that Disguise on Mimikyu. And I actually don't remember. I don't know if we're timid or modest Thundurus, but we're about to find out. The only way Mimikyu can outspeed me is if it's Jolly or, you know, speed boosting nature. But even then, like, I don't know what this Mimikyu is exactly supposed to do. Of course, maybe if the Garchomp does have Protect, it does have Protect. And, is able to protect, stall out the rain, and then Rock Slide flinch for the game. I don't know. There's always a potential for my opponent to be able to win this game. Maybe this is Woodhammer Mimikyu. Could have Woodhammer. I mean, I have no idea what we're facing, to be honest. Could be Woodhammer. Maybe just not have Woodhammer. But yeah, this game should be over. Just wish my opponent wouldn't be taking so much time. So the Earthquake is going to come out, break that Disguise, knock out the Garchomp, and then the Gigavolt Havoc. Are you Focus Sash? I wonder if you're Focus Sash Mimikyu. I don't know. Like, I don't know where I am on the ladder. Well, I'm at 1500s. I do know that. I mean, this is the first 1200 I think I faced ever. I think the lowest rating I've ever faced is like a 1300 something, like mid 1300s. So, Gigavolt Havoc gonna go into the Mimikyu. It looks like we do outspeed. Is this gonna be Focus Sash? Although Mimikyu does have really good special defense. It's like base 105 if I remember correctly. However, it has a really low base HP stat of, I want to say like 35 or something. Oh no, Rotom is 50. It caps, actually no. It might be 55. I don't remember the exact number. I think it's 55 actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Max HP Mimikyu, I believe is what, 160 something HP stat? I think it's 161. Of course, I'm trying to remember base stats. I am a nerd after all. I do memorize that. But I mean, you should be, like, if you want to get into VGC, you should recognize the base stats. What kind of numbers your opponent could hit. It's important for numbers, like, you know, there's always going to be those situations where it might actually matter. Like, obviously knowing speed is very important, but knowing the base HP stats for, like, final gambit calculations, things like that, there's always a potential impossibility of that coming out to play. So you have to really, I think you have to study. I feel like I feel like you do have to study a bit about Pokemon. Like, you have to study some of the calcs. You have to study... You have to know calcs. Like, you really do have to know damage calcs, and I think that's basically just knowing the team, or you just get used to it. For some reason, like, I can do calcs sometimes, even without the calculator. Well, if it's VGC, if it's single, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. But for like VGC, I usually tend to like know some of the calcs, or able to do it on the spot in my head. Yeah, and also like knowing random numbers also do help, like stat wise, stat points, just to hit in general. We're gonna find an interesting team. 1474 from Japan. Maybe not the most exciting episode, but it is the beginning. We are climbing up. I think I have to reset my rating. Actually, I think it would. No, I didn't play this season at all. We got Charizard, Ursaring, Whimsicott, Charjabug, the Tapu Koko, and Gastrodon. So Charjabug is an interesting Pokemon. It gets the ability Battery, which increases the allies' special attack up. I believe it's like a Life Orb. I think it's like 1.3. If I remember off the top of my head. Ursaring is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I just loved using Ursaring back in the day when I was like very young. It was like 2013. Yeah, it was around 2013. I just loved using the Guts boosted Facade, and it just was able to pick up knockouts like crazy. Oh, I loved that. I absolutely love that. So the problem is Whimsicott. Whimsicott's actually a very annoying Pokemon here. I think I want to lead Whimsicott, Hitmonlee plus Tapu Fini. I think I need the Swampert in the back, and I think I need to bring Ferrothorn. Like, Tapu Koko is pretty okay in this matchup, but I think I need Ferrothorn just for the Gastrodon. Like, Gastrodon could, you know, potentially create some problems. So, we'll see how this is going to go. Gastrodon means I can't spam water type attacks, so I do have to be wary of. I'm pretty sure that I'm just worried about, like, you know, where we are on the ladder, because we don't know where we are on the ladder. There are so many different possibilities. I think no matter who you're playing, you should figure out some possibilities that your opponent could have, like a Grass Stab on the Whimsicott, which is why I don't want to leave Swampert, even though it would be pretty nice, as we find Charizard and Whimsicott here. So I also don't know if it's like an Encore or something that could potentially come out from my opponent. I don't know if this is like Dragon Dance. This could be Charizard Y, which I could definitely see. The Unburden ability is really helpful here. I don't know if we're going to see Nature's Power, Z Nature's Power. I think I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide turn 1. It breaks up Whimsicott's potential Focus Sash. And I'm going to double up the Whimsicott with a Moonblast, because I do want to get rid of that Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a huge threat if it does carry the Grass Stab for my Swampert, which is why I definitely want to go target down that slot. Even though it means I'm kind of risking quite a bit. I don't think Whimsicott protects here. If it's Charizard Y, I do get the Rock Slide off. And if it's Charizard X, I mean, I don't think Rain would be too helpful. But then, actually no. Rain would be helpful because the fact that with the Misty Terrain, I'm already limiting the Charizard's damage output from his Dragon type stabs. So, neutering its Fire stabs would be nice. Of course, this Charizard could be carrying another move. Maybe Earthquake, for instance. I don't know. But we'll see here what my opponent does. Tailwind is definitely a play. Tailwind Protect. Could be, you know, Energy Ball, Moonblast, Z Nature's Power could be coming out, and I would be very sad if that was coming out. It's just gonna be Tailwind, and no Mega Evolution from the Charizard. Okay. Can we hit Rock Slide? Okay, we do hit Rock Slide. Okay, so we are able to knock out the Charizard. That is a bulky Charizard, or this Hitmonlee is extremely weak. And Air Slash gonna be coming out. The Hitmonlee, we are going to be able to take that, fortunately, and we do get a Moonblast off, and that is going to be targeting down the Whimsicott. That should be able to pick up a knockout. Yeah, so I go for the Moonblast because I'm pretty sure Dazzling Gleam would have missed a knockout. I'm surprised that Charizard is able to live the Rock Slide. I mean, it's 4 times effective. Hitmonlee's attack stat isn't too bad, I think. I think it has a decent attack stat. Tapu Koko here is going to be a bit problematic, though. Like, it really is going to be problematic. Gastrodon's gonna come out though, so I will take that. I will honestly take that. Let me see. What's Hitmonlee's attack stat? I mean, 160 isn't too bad here. So I think I could just go for a Rock Slide, or I could Rain Dance here. Rain Dance is also a very safe play. I think I do want to Rain Dance, even though it's gonna power up the Gastrodon. Like, it gets my Swampert in a position where I could, you know, speed up. And it could be very helpful against maybe like a Tapu Koko once the Tailwind's stalled up. So I'm going to go for Rain Dance here, and I'm actually going to Moonblast the Gastrodon because it looks like this Charizard isn't really going to be doing too much. Actually, maybe I should Moonblast the Charizard because it might be Mega Evolution, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be Protect from the Charizard instead, so I guess this was the best potential play? Question mark? I mean, very questionable to be honest for me. So I did get the Rain Dance up. This is going to power the Gastrodon, yet I feel like it's okay. Let's see if Feeny outspeeds. It is going to outspeed the Gastrodon, so the Gastrodon's still pretty slow. And let's see if we can get a special attack drop because that might affect this game. Nope, Scald's going to come out and going to be targeting now my Hitmonlee. And in the rain, ooh, we do survive, and actually with 1 HP and no burn. That is very huge here. And I'm not going to be the person who risks going for a Rock Slide when a close combat does not got a Charizard at this range, and I could just fire off a Moonblast into the Gastrodon slot. So I'll just close combat the Charizard. I don't care if you're going to set up the Sun now, because if you set up the Sun, I'm getting a double KO anyway, and then I can Rain Dance the following turn, unless you do have that Tapu Koko in the back. So no matter what, I feel like I'm in a safe position. Yeah, I'm in a really safe position. I can just close combat, Moonblast. There's no harm. Gastrodon's having the leftovers. Even with the leftovers recovery, it's not really healing too much. It's much better for me than if it was a berry. And it looks like it is going to be Charizard Y. So choosing not to Mega Evolve until the last minute. Okay, that kind of makes more sense. Although risking it on a Rock Slide potentially. Maybe my opponent was just thinking I'm going to go for the Rain Dance turn. Well, maybe no, it's the team. But gonna go for the close combat here. It is going to target on the Charizard. That is going to be able to pick up a knockout. The Charizard does go down here, which is very solid here. Getting rid of Charizard is huge. No more Sun. Well, I could always just set up the Rain. Moonblast is also going to come out. I'm going to be able to pick up the knockout on Gastrodon. Gastrodon's going to go down, and now it's one more Pokemon. So let's see. Is it going to be that Tapu Koko? Is it going to be like an Ursaring? Is it going to be Charjabug, which would be pretty useless here, but I could definitely see Charjabug being my opponent's last Pokemon. Let us see. Let us see. I would assume Tapu Koko in the back. Yeah, it's Tapu Koko. So what I can do here is just fire off a Specs Moonblast plus Rain Dance, and that should guarantee me the game. Oh well, I guess Discharge is the thing. Like, if my opponent's Discharge is definitely a problematic thing. Yeah, I don't have really switched into Discharge. Anyway, I mean, I could go in Swampert here, but there's no reason not to just Rain Dance and Moonblast in my opinion. If we find out he has Discharge, that's okay. I'm pretty sure Ferrothorn can beat down the Tapu Koko anyway. And if you go for a single target Thunderbolt like in the Feeny, that's fine, because this is your last turn of Tailwind if I remember correctly, and I will be able to end your life orb. Okay. But I'm able to get a Rain Dance up, and now my Mega Swampert should just be able to outspeed and get the Waterfall off, and that will be a good game. I don't have to Earthquake at all. There's no point of risking an Earthquake here. As Tailwind is going to peter out, I am going to go out into my Swampert, and I can just go for a Waterfall Close Combat, and that should be the game. What can I really say about the match? Like, what can I really say about the match? I don't know if I can really say much about this match. It was just very interesting. I mean, my opponent made a hard return one, and it just didn't really work out in the favor. You lost Whimsicott. The fact that you took so much damage with the Charizard and was threatened by the next KO. Yeah, that had to be very bulky Charizard. I knew that, so most likely it wasn't invested too much in speed. So Hitmonlee was, like I thought Hitmonlee would be able to outspeed, which it did. And right here, Close Combat does a pretty solid amount to Tapu Koko, not gonna lie. That did a lot of damage. That did 50%. And Waterfall is gonna come out and finish off this Tapu Koko, and that would be a good game. Man, Rain is so much fun, and it's so good in Battle Spot doubles. I've just noticed that. Like, I do play still a little bit on PS sometimes, like Pokemon Showdown. And Rain is just so strong. It's actually very dumb. It is actually extremely dumb in this format. But yeah, let me know. I think I will be streaming more Bowser's Double Spot, and of course I will be streaming more. I actually will have a new streaming schedule actually released. I think it's going to be sometime this week and should be applied sometime next week. So yeah, I look forward to it because there's going to be a lot of stuff. And of course I'll be preparing for the VGC 18 run. Let's see if I can cut another regional in VGC 18. I would love to. I think I've actually cut at least one regional every year as a master. 2015 I did, 2016 I cut 4 in the format, 2017 I cut 1, which was Florida a few days ago, and then 2018, yeah. So we got the team of Kangaskhan, Bisharp, Cresselia, Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, and Marowak. So very interesting team. I actually really kind of like this team. for my opponent. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it exactly, but you know, leave it to me. Right, leave it to me. For Pokemon I do see me bring are Hitmonlee, Tapu Fini, Swampert, and Ferrothorn. I don't really see me bring the Thundurus because it really doesn't do much other than Tapu Fini, but Gigavolt Havoc is going to be drained by that Marowak, so there's not really a point. I think I'll lead Hitmonlee, Tapu Fini, which is pretty solid against my opponent's team. Have Swampert and Ferrothorn in the back. Like Salamence I could have brought. Like Salamence was okay in the matchup, but against double Tapus combined with the Marrow, well, against double Tapus and Bisharp, that's what I meant to say. Bisharp, it could be problematic. I felt like Rain was the best and smartest option to go for. This might be a match though. There are definitely some things that can give me problems. Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini is not one of them, I assume though. So I'll be able to Hitmonlee, Tapu Fini. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a Thunderbolt and a Moonblast. I don't really see an Earthquake or something. Okay, this is a really interesting turn. I'm pretty sure Hitmonlee will be going down this turn though, so that's a thing. Since we actually do have sort of a competitive team, I'm expecting Thunderbolt into the Fini or Volt Switch, and yeah, I'm just gonna go out on Swampert. Like, Swampert's just very safe here. The only problem is Muddy Water is going to hurt if my opponent locks into it. But I'm not sure if you lock into Muddy Water when a Moonblast is probably a free KO. Maybe you could set up a Calm Mind here if you do have it. I think Calm Mind's a very safe play. Tapu Koko's going to protect, which is kind of beneficial for me. Maybe expecting to fake out into that slot. Doesn't look like Tapu Fini protects though, so this won't be a Scotch turn free. As let's see. A Scotch free turn, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Dazzling Gleam, okay. So let's see if this is Specs or not. It does look like it's Specs, okay. That did a lot. But right here, I could probably just go for a Close Combat into the Tapu Fini slot and probably just go for an Earthquake. Oh, no, that's single target, no. I'd be going for a single target. I think the best play is actually just to Rock Slide and Waterfall. I mean, Tapu Koko is already... Okay, I can't tell if I'm Mega Evolving right. I'm just gonna Rock Slide Waterfall. I can see Tapu Koko switch out to Cresselia. Yes, Tapu Koko does switch out here, which is okay here. Cresselia is gonna be coming out, unless it's Rocky Helmet, which I guess is a potential option. Maybe this could be bad. However, I will be able to get the Mega Evolution off. Maybe I should have went for the Fini. I could have got a flinch potentially, but let's see how much this Waterfall does to Cresselia. I really want to know this damage count. Rock Slide. Why did you have to miss the Tapu Fini? I kind of needed the damage on that. Rock Slide does do damage to Cresselia. Like, any chip on Tapu Fini is good. Like, any chip on Tapu Fini is good. Now, I'm going to be taking the Specs Dazzling Gleam here. Yeah, so that's not very fun. That really isn't very fun. Although we do have Ferrothorn here. Ferrothorn just gets a Power Whip into Tapu Fini slot. There's actually no switching for my opponent. And I could probably just knock out the Crest. However, now it would come down to like what my opponent has in the back. Could be Kang. Kang could be kind of problematic depending on the set. Pretty sure just Power Waterfall is fine. Or I could just Protect here. Actually, no, I'd rather get a double knockout here, I think, this turn. Because I'm thinking, like, if Kang comes out, like, you have to try to fake out, and then Ferrothorn has to KO the Crest, and that's more Power Whips I could miss. So I'll get rid of the Cresselia now. 100% here. And if the last Pokemon is something like a Marowak, it's actually not too bad, because I'm pretty sure Choice Banded Power Whip can knock out the Tapu Koko. As we will get the Power Whip into the Tapu Fini, is going to easily pick up the knockout. This is Choice Banded Ferrothorn. Choice Banded. I don't know why it's on this team though, but it ends up working. We're going to get into Tapu Fini here. Yeah, I think actually only the Rock Slide damage mattered in this case if, well, like the Rock Slide miss only mattered if I either got a flinch or if I wasn't the Bandit. It is going to be Marowak in the back, so you can't go for an electric type attack, which is really crucial. You can't go for an electric type attack other than Discharge, and Discharge is not going to KO me thanks to the fact that I do have the Misty Surge up unless you crit. So I guess the question is what's gonna happen here. I think I do have to risk the muddy water here, because as much as I want to go for Scald, I don't want to risk. Yes, Marak could protect here. Yes, I do know that, but I rather go for muddy water here. As okay, my opponent's gonna stay in, so as long as Feeny hits the muddy water. Oh, that's not oh wait, that's not Specs Coco. Yeah, it was Specs Feeny, duh. But the muddy water does connect here, and that's gonna be able to pick up the knockout onto the Marak, as well as a good damage on top of Coco. Actually, it does pick up the knockout on top of Coco. Where's Specs? I forgot where's Specs in the rain. So we do knock out the top of Coco, and we do knock out the Marak, and that'll be a good game because yeah. What I thought there might have came down to maybe a discharge, life, or para. Actually, I don't even think a discharge crit can knock me out without a life orb. So if he got the discharge crit, as long as I hit my muddy waters, it was good. I wasn't expecting Marak to protect her, to be honest. I thought you were going to go for a discharge and hope maybe I go for a muddy water and power whip, which I did. Or maybe hope I scald the Marak and go for a power up and a Coco and miss, and then you could get in a discharge and you could win the game. So that was basically my thought process. It's like, okay, so if Coco protects, anticipating that really hard read of me doubling into the Coco side with very safe plays, like a Scald into that slot combined with a Power Whip, I could be very screwed there because Shadow Bone is a play into the top of Phoenix slot that can put me in range of discharge, and then I lose to the Flare Blitz Shadow Bone combination with my Ferrothorn easily. So that was definitely a play I didn't want to risk, and if Marak protected, obviously, and I went for Skull in that slot and Power Up to miss, my opponent had the opportunity to come back. So no matter what, I felt, okay, the greatest demon there is that or the best possible chance I felt like was, instead of calling like that kind of 50-50, hope that muddy water connects at least connects a target that either doesn't protect or that it connects one of the two targets that if my opponent doesn't protect, it at least connects one of the targets, because if I knock out top of Coco, that's the game. Of course, unless you discharge Shadow Bone Phoenix slot, I guess then I need you to hit the Marak. But if you go for the Ferrothorn there with like discharge Flare Blitz, I have to hope that, okay, at least let me connect with Coco. And if I connect with Marak, that's easily the game. So that's basically what my thought process was. Maybe I didn't explain it well enough, but I hope you people can understand what I was thinking of. But that was 3 games for today's episode. Not the most exciting games. We are on the early ladder, but as we climb on, and you know, I will be doing this for streams and stuff, so we'll definitely be higher and higher on the ladder. Hopefully we'll get some more exciting games, but hope everyone does enjoy the VGC 2018 rules. Let me know what you think about them down in the comment section down below, but tell me what you think about Double Spot. We don't know all the information yet, and there could always be edits to the circuit. We don't know. We don't have the full information. Remember the one time, like the 1 week Zygarde was illegal on VGC 17 Pokemon Showdown ladder. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe there'll be revises and edits. But hope everyone did enjoy today's episode of the Battles Double Spot. If you did, please leave a like down below. It shows your support, as well as share with a friend if you think they would enjoy it as well. You can check out my social medias as well as my main tiers, VGC Sandy Back to Battles, and other side tiers, of course, on the channel as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have anything to say, and I hope you guys and girls out there have a good day, and I'll catch you around next time.